This is Adam, and he suffers from gout. Try Urol. It helps to prevent crystallization of uric acid crystals in gout therapy. Urol, effective urinary alkalinizer for gout.
Good evening, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. Khairy has defended Anwar after he received criticism for participating in a conversion ceremony at a mosque in Klang involving an Indian youth.
Former Umno leader Khairy Jamaluddin has defended Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim on the issue of him presiding over a religious conversion ceremony at a mosque in Klang recently. In an episode of his Keluar Sekejap podcast, Khairy said that those that raised the issue said that Anwar should not have participated in religious business and that he is desperately trying to regain support lost during the state elections by taking part in race, religion, royalty issues. However, Khairy pointed out that it had been reported that the event was not planned and said that he would have done the same thing if someone had approached him. Khairy added that he even checked with former Religious Affairs Minister Zulkifli Mohamad al-Bakri and was told that any Muslim can help with the conversion of someone who would like to embrace Islam.
Dalam hal ini Syahril, saya nak mempertahankan PMX, Datuk Seri Anwar. Datuk Seri Anwar adalah Perdana Menteri. Tetapi menjadi Perdana Menteri, he does not stop being a Muslim. He is the Prime Minister and that does not stop him from being a Muslim.
Anwar had received brickbats for participating in the conversion at the mosque in Klang involving an Indian youth. Penang Mufti Wan Salim Wan Muhammad Noor called on the public not to make a big issue out of the matter, but said to avoid being turned into a polemic, such activity should be left to the religious authorities or Islamic NGOs. Meanwhile, Hushim Saleh, the Klang chapter leader of the Muslim Welfare Organisation Malaysia, has clarified that the conversion was done upon his request. He stressed that the request and Anwar agreeing to participate in the event were both spontaneous.
A Bersatu leader has called on Muhyiddin to take responsibility for Perikatan Nasional's loss in Negeri Sembilan. Badrul Hisham Shaharin, who is better known as Che Gubard, said the people's spirit for change in the state was betrayed by the way PN handled the election.
Bersatu Information Committee member Badrul Hisham Shaharin has called on Perikatan Nasional chairperson Muhyiddin Yassin to take responsibility for the coalition's failure to win Negeri Sembilan in the recent state elections. According to Badrul, the results were due to Muhyiddin's decision to appoint Bersatu Deputy President Ahmad Faisal Azumu as Negeri Sembilan PN chairperson. In a post on Facebook yesterday, he said the appointment made it difficult for the coalition to take over the state. He pointed out several problems, which included candidates above 70 years old, some who were not ready to contest, having no machinery and no financial preparations. He said it was strange and made it look like they wanted to deliberately lose, as candidates who were more prepared were sidelined with stupid excuses. Badrul added that the people's spirit for change in Negeri Sembilan was betrayed by the way PN handled the election in the state, such as big issues in the state not being raised during the polls. While he said a mistake in their strategy could be accepted, no one has come forth to take responsibility for PN's defeat in the state. Badrul also said that he had reminded Muhyiddin that the strength of Bersatu and PN is not the top leadership, but the grassroots and the wave of support from the rakyat. In the last state elections, PN won only 5 of the 36 seats they contested in Negeri Sembilan, while Pakatan Harapan and BN won the rest of the seats to comfortably form a government in the state with a 2/3 majority.
Meanwhile, a PKR leader has expressed disappointment that his party did not nominate any non-Malays for exco positions in the states owned by Harapan BN.
Melaka PKR Treasurer Guetek has expressed disappointment over the party's lack of diversity in recent State Executive Council appointments. He alleged that PKR had not nominated any non-Malays for exco positions in Penang, Selangor and Negeri Sembilan. PKR State Assembly persons appointed to exco posts in Penang and Selangor were all Malay, while Negeri Sembilan State Cabinet has yet to be sworn in. In a statement yesterday, Gui said that this was the first time since PKR led Selangor in 2008 that there were no Chinese or Indian party members nominated for the state exco positions. He added that EXCO members chosen this time had appeared to sideline the spirit of diversity that is celebrated by the party. He said that an explanation and review are needed to test whether PKR is a truly multiracial party. Gui has theorized that one reason why PKR had not nominated non-Malays for EXCO posts was due to heightened racial and religious sentiments being played up by PAS and Perikatan Nasional. He said it could also be the result of PKR giving up one EXCO seat in Selangor to Umno. Following that, he questioned why diversity in the party was sacrificed. He also dismissed the notion that there were no Chinese or Indian PKR assembly persons in Pakatan Harapan-controlled states that are capable of holding the post.
We are often faced with nutrient deficiency needed for our body. This is why I choose G-Sure. G-Sure is the first plant-based and complete nutrition drink that helps to improve the immune system and strengthen our bodies. It has to be Good Morning G-Sure.
Sanusi has explained that he was only joking around when he swatted a youth with a piece of paper. He said it was a joking way to reprimand the student for being late.
Kedah Menteri Besar Muhammad Sanusi Madnor has defended his act of swatting a youth with a piece of paper. When contacted by Malaysia Kini, Sanusi said the incident on Saturday was just a joking way to reprimand the student for being tardy. Sanusi said he swatted the youth with a piece of paper and not a piece of wood. He added that he was just joking around with youth, and that is how kampung people fool around. Sanusi explained that the youth got swatted because she wanted to enter Polytechnic the next day, but only gave a letter asking for aid on that day itself. He said she was still given 650 ringgit to buy things for her to start off in Polytechnic. Sanusi added that it was unfair to judge how Kedahan's joke by using Kuala Lumpur standards. He told critics to ask the youth and her mother if they felt the same way as them. In a video of the incident, Sanusi is seen hitting a youth on the top of her head with a single folded piece of paper before everyone breaks into laughter. He then poses for a photograph with the woman handing her a different piece of paper. Yesterday, Muda Deputy President Amira Aisyah Abdul Aziz had criticized Sanusi's actions. In a tweet responding to the video clip, Amira said that even if Sanusi was just fooling around, he should be more respectful. She said when a top leader, such as a Menteri Besar, does something, the supporters will follow, and Sanusi shouldn't normalize everything as a joke.
Talk of 7 BN MPs vacating their seats are just rumors. This is according to BN chairperson Ahmad Zahid Hamidi.
BN chairperson Ahmad Zahid Hamidi has dismissed talks that 7 BN MPs are vacating their seats. He said it was just a rumor as the coalition's MPs are tied down after signing a cooperation pact. Zahid added that if they want to make any political move, they need to wait until the end of the term. He also advised them to think of the mandate given and reminded all MPs of the agreement and pledge they had signed before him. He said appointment letters issued to them were to represent the party, not themselves. Zahid said this when asked to comment on UMNO Supreme Council member Lokman Nur Adam's video, in which he claimed 7 MPs from Johor, Pahang, Sabah and the Northern Peninsula were vacating their seats.
Muda will be sitting out of the Pulai and Simpang Jeram by-elections. The party's Johor chief said they will support Amanah candidates for the polls.
Muda has pledged to support Amanah's candidates in the Pulai and Simpang Jeram by-elections on September 9th. Muda's Johor chief, Azrul Rajani, said this is to honour the memory of the seat's incumbent, the late domestic trade and cost of living minister, Salahuddin Ayub. Azrul was quoted by Berita Harian as saying that Muda hoped that Amanah's candidate would win in the by-election to continue Salahuddin's legacy. He added that Johor Muda is committed to the people's aspirations and will continue to fight for justice and changes for a better future. Azrul further explained that Muda's decision to not contest the by-elections was to respect Salahuddin's contributions. He noted that Salahuddin had contributed a lot to Johor Muda by giving a lot of feedback and advice in the party's early days. On Saturday, Amanah announced that Johor Amanah Vice Chairperson Suhaizan Kayat will contest the Pulai parliamentary seat, while engineer Nazri Abdul Rahman will stand for the Simpang Jeram state seat. Suhaizan was Salahuddin's former political secretary, while Nazri was a former aide of the minister in Simpang Jeram. The by-elections are being held following Salahuddin's death on July 23rd. Nominations are slated for August 26, while early voting is on September 5th.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you would like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.